Hey, what's going on? This is Ricardo with the Code 7 Podcast Network, and this is going to be Open Mic Live. This live broadcast is sponsored by InDigital as well as Rapid Deploy, and I am on location. I'm here at my mom's place, and I'm here with my sisters. This is Crystal.
Hello.
And this is Devon.
Hi.
And we are going to get into some funny shit today. As always, we're going to be sharing some funny 911 stories. If you have any 911 stories, please make sure to throw them into the comments. I'll be reading them off here, but we're also going to go over some some Christmas memories and stuff that we used to do as kids. So this is going to be fun. I don't think I've ever had you on a live one before, right? Like Devon, you popped in for one,
10
right?
seconds, yeah.
10 seconds. Okay. So as you are all joining in, as we always do, we got Lavelle in here saying, "Hi, Mom. Hi, sisters."
Hello. Mom's asleep, but on the couch.
That's right. Yes. So our mom is chilling. I was actually going to. I took a picture of her. She's over on the couch. She's passed out. She hasn't been drinking or anything. She's just tired. and I was going to take a picture and I was going to put on the screen so that you guys could see, but we're just going to let her go ahead and sleep. So for everyone who is joining in right now, as always, roll call. Where are you watching from? What are you watching on? It's Thursday, and what I always do on Open Mic Live is I ask everyone, what is your number between 1 and 10, 1 being shitty, of course, and 10 being awesome? How are you feeling? So for the both of you, number 1 to 10, what's your number?
An 11.
An 11? Like seriously?
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm pretty elated.
All right. Well, this is good. So they're up there. They're pretty up there. I am too. This is going to be fun. Also, make sure to throw in those reactions, share the broadcast, comment, all of that good stuff. The more you react and share, the more it gets out there. So please definitely do so. And of course, to the patrons, I wouldn't be able to do everything that I do without all of the patrons, sponsors, all of you who watch, listen and share. So thank you all so much. I appreciate it more than you know. So I'm going to jump over here really quick and I'm just going to read some of this off to you. So we've got people out of, so we got Indiana here, we got Illinois, we got Jersey. Let's see what else. And Texas. Awesome. Awesome. And numbers. So the numbers are looking pretty good here, actually. We've got some 7s. We've got a 10 from Pam Opoka. What up, Pam? What's going on? And then Tim is a 6. This is good. This is excellent. And then Shannon, an 8. And Lavelle, 8 out of Texas and working. Very nice. I'm in your center with you. This is good. And let's see what else we got. Idaho here. And a solid 6. Excellent. Working right now. 3 hours of sleep before a 10-hour shift. What?
Oh, wow.
Oh, no. Let's put that right up there on the screen. Idaho behind the console. Well, hopefully we can tell some stories, some funny shit here that'll help you out there. Melissa is at a 1. Okay. Hopefully by the end of this, we'll get your number up there as well. We've got someone out of Colorado. Gary out of Jersey watching on Facebook, had the day off and got to play in the snow. Excellent. This is Gary. He built a sign that says, it's the picture that I showed you guys with IM 911 on his house. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Very well done, brother. Very well
nice.
done. Very nice. Let's see. We got Missouri, North Carolina, West Tennessee, and my homie Halcyon is on. Hello. She's saying hello to the family.
Hello. Hi.
Homegirl Karen jumping in here out of Denver, rocking a 10, and then Robert from New Hampshire. So they keep coming in. This is good. Everyone has got some good numbers. This is awesome. Melissa, we'll see if we can get your number up there. Erica, my girlfriend out of Michigan. What is going on? What is going on? Let's see. We've got, oh man. Okay, so here's a story. I had a 911 call during Christmas one year. It was a domestic, and the song Rocking Around the Christmas Tree was playing in the background. I could never listen to that song the same. Oh no. Holy crap. I'm right there with you. I probably wouldn't be able to listen to it the same either, because then you're connected. Yes. Oof. That's like we did this excuse me, we did this contest once where we had people the premise was on hold music. So calling into 911 or 911 center, what would be like the worst music that you could hear while you're on hold? So yeah. And so, oh man, Staying Alive was one of them.
Oh my god.
Another one, Bites the Dust.
Yeah, that would be pretty horrible.
Yeah. So there was a lot of those. The look on your face over there, Devon, is like, dude, you got to have that dark humor, yo. You're like, not that dark.
Not that dark. That's scary.
Oh man. Okay, we got let's see, St. Joseph, Michigan here. Awesome. Halcyon says, ooh, I got 5 for a 12-hour one or once. Maybe once. So we got some people who are dealing with snow. Oh, Melissa says, you are in my center tonight, so let's please not use any forbidden words. Night 4 of 7. Oh, man. Night 4 of 7 straight. Friend of mine lost her son to a tragic accident. I was working when it happened. Oh. Well, if you need to talk to anyone, definitely please make sure to do so. I can see where that one would be a hard one, and I'm hoping that some of the stuff that we'll be talking about today, tonight, and some of the funny stories that will be shared here, we can, bring that up for you. Let's see. Pam says, I haven't joined for a long minute. Where are you? I don't recognize this background. I am currently, I'm currently in Florida, and I'm at my mom and my sister's place here, and these are my sisters, and
Hello.
we're here in their at their place. As you can see, we've got some dishes
My place
and stuff.
is actually next door.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yours is right next door, just a stone throw away. See, some of these messages or comments come in so fast that I don't see it. So there's people over here already saying he's at his mom's house. Thanks, Tim. Let's see. Okay, so this is a response to what we were talking about with the on hold music. Shannon says Highway to Hell.
Oh,
There. So
yeah,
bad.
That's bad.
Come on, baby, light my fire. That's so. Let's see. Don says, I got a call from a guy last night who said someone was outside his home banging on his windows and doors. I asked for a description and was told he was a white male wearing a Christmas onesie. Yes.
That sounds exactly like Polk County.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the county here,
Yeah.
the county that they live in. So for all of you who are listening and watching, the majority of, or at least from what I've seen in my experience, is the majority of the Florida man or Florida woman news stories that end up coming out are usually from this county. So
863.
yeah, representing the 863. Oh man, that is excellent though. Thank you for sharing that one. I can just see the person running around pounding on doors and windows like, what is he doing? I don't know. It's a pretty slick onesie though. Wait, so let's see. Dawn, did it have like, were they footy ones? Like the just the one long zip, and
Those are the best kind.
those are.
Yeah.
Because those were the ones that you could run through your kitchen or whichever, and your parents would always be telling you to stop sliding, and then in case you fall. I'm a grown-ass man, and I still do it just in socks because it's fun. Well, until I hit the wall, but yet I tell my kids not to do it.
Yeah, you tell your kids not to do it.
I tell my kids not to do it at all. Excellent. So continue. keep throwing in these stories. These are good. Oh, Dawn says, I didn't ask. I was too busy slapping the crap out of my mute button and laughing. And Lori says, risky business style. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Just like Tom Cruise, just sliding in. But this fool was outside in a Christmas onesie. That's good stuff. With Next Generation 911 coming out, there's pictures and video and everything else that dispatchers are going to be able to see. So a fear actually is a lot of the crazy shit that might come in. Usually you're taking the phone call and you're piecing together, like imagining what is going on there. But for things like that, I mean, that would
be pretty good.
Yeah, that would lighten it up a little bit. Someone would say, I actually got a picture of it. All right, can you send it over?
Yeah, that would be pretty
I kind of want to see what the person's wearing here. Excellent. Thank you very much. Again, for sharing that. So any stories you got? And Dawn says, yep, I do not want to see a dude in a onesie. But it could be funny though. That's the thing. It could be funny. Let's see. Halcyon says, my 2-year-old nephew recently discovered sliding around in footy PJs, and it's one of my favorite things to watch. Yeah, it's like, when kittens are fighting and destroying each other, you're like, this is awesome. Get the popcorn. Yeah, it's good stuff. Let's see. Lavelle says, were your sisters as bad and mischievous as you, Ricardo?
No, he was always getting us in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, already right off the bat?
Yeah,
it's the truth.
Yeah, you're the one that would make us fight each other with Bert and Ernie as our boxing gloves.
That's right. Okay, so damn it. So as I said in the beginning, please continue to put your funny 911 stories in the comments. But in between those, we're going to be sharing some funny stories from us growing up and stuff. And
In between, we can roast Ricardo.
Oh God. Yeah. And so Karen says, I think it's open mic on Ricardo. Spill, sisters. Oh, great. So, okay, we'll start with that story. Oh man, I about forgot about that one.
Yeah, you made us fight each other with Bert and Ernie. We love Bert and Ernie.
Okay. Oh man, this is horrible. Is it hot? Like, it's real hot. So
you look hot.
I know. Oh man. Usually I
Starting to
have
sweat.
I have the big headphones on, and you can see my ears
Are
like red
so
and
red.
stuff. And now you can, well, because they're usually covered. So I'll
You can
pull them
hide your
out.
shame.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, now I can't do that. Okay, so back in the day, we had these little hand puppets, and they were Bert and Ernie. and our brother and I, and we used to put them on, and we would box with them, and then we got them to box.
You used to make us fight each other.
It was the funniest thing.
It's so mean.
Like 2 feet tall, like only a few feet taller than we
Oh,
are
man.
now.
I know.
Oh, okay, hold on. Before we go to this, okay, my girl Erica says, I was going to go to bed, but definitely staying up for the Ricardo roast. Dude. Oh man. Yeah, it is seriously hot. So Dawn just jumped in here really quick before we go on with the other story. Dawn says, and I just got a call from the guy who told me to call him daddy to start my shift tonight. # winning. Jeez. I mean, what else happened? What else happened with the call? Did you tell him to, whatever? I don't know. Okay, so we had these hand puppets, and we would use them as boxing gloves. And I remember now, holy crap, I remember that we would be in our room, or me and Nando's room, excuse me, and we would be in the middle, and I remember we would circle around each other, and we would have one on opposite hands, and we would go in like Rocky 3 at the end when they're about to hit each other, and we would just like, just be hitting each other with this Bert and Ernie. And then we were able to get the both of you to to box with those things because each one of you had a coach or a manager.
I know one of you would be the manager. Yeah.
It was good times. No,
No, it's so mean.
but then we actually got real boxing gloves, and these gloves were enormous. They were these Everlast.
Yeah,
They
they went
almost-
up to our
They
elbows.
went
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they were almost cartoony. I remember they're almost cartoony, and I believe I shared this one before, but if not, here we go. So this was another time, and we were trying to get you guys to box, and we were in the basement. The four of us were in the basement, and I remember Nando is trying to get you guys to do something. You guys are both no, she's my sister. I love her. I'm like, dude, you guys got to do this. It's for life or something. I don't know what it was, but it said something, and one of you guys got upset, and you both just started boxing and going at each other. One of you got hit in the nose, and you started crying.
That's probably me.
Yeah. Divan always started crying first.
I already have the broken nose, so I'm sure it was me.
Oh man. Okay, so let's say it was you. You got clocked in the face, and Dawn says hashtag just punch her in the face. Okay, hold on before I go on with the story. One of the things with Open Mic Live is we collect different words or phrases and just add a hashtag on it. So there's a word
Oh.
cloud of, I can't remember. Kelsey, if you are on this, throw in the number of hashtags that we have, because this has been something
Oh
that
my
started with
God.
Open Mic Live since the beginning, back in March or February, whenever I started doing this live. And so that's one of them. Just punch her in the face. So they're boxing. Divan gets punched in the face. Crystal ends up hugging her and starts crying. They both start crying together. And she's like, "You're my sister. I love you." And I remember this vividly because I knew we were dead. Because immediately after that, they both in unison yelled, "Dad!" And
More like hashtag dad's gonna beat your ass.
yes, that's basically what it was. Because then we hauled ass running. Our brother Fernando and I took off hauling ass up the stairs and went outside and got a basketball and started shooting hoops. Like nothing ever happened. And then we hear Dad yell for us. Like, oh, I just had a flashback. Like I almost blacked out. Like I remember him yelling. He sounded like the devil. He's like, "Richie." Probably not. It was a lot louder and more scary. But he ends up calling for us, and I remember looking at Nando, and he looks at me, and I was like, "We're dead." and we take off, and we go to the front door where Dad's standing waiting for us, and he's like, "You made your sister's box." But before that, I think we walked up like nothing, like, we'd been playing basketball the whole time, and we're like, "What's up, Pop?" And so he starts yelling at us, and the both of you are all buddies playing or whatever, and we're about to get murdered because we were being douchebags, basically. We were being jerks. And we go to our room, and something our dad used to do is he would wait by the door and wait for us to go in, because
No
he would
escape.
he would give us a little swat on our ass. And it wasn't hard or anything, but it was enough that it just scared us. Like we didn't want to get it. We knew that we were hit. So I remember going in first, but I remember standing there waiting and him going, "Get in there." And I was like, no, I don't want to. Yeah, like I don't need to go in there. Like there's nothing in there. My bed is there, maybe some toys, but I don't want to go in there right now. and he's like, "Go, get in your room now." I'm like, "Okay." And I walk through and I'm like, a little wince more than anything. I was scared. And I'm standing there, and I remember Nando taking forever too. And I remember looking at him like, "Dude, what are you doing?" and dad's telling him, to go in and to go in. And he finally goes. But before he goes, he nods at me. He's like, I'm like, what does that mean? Like, are you saying goodbye? Like, is that it? So he goes in, and when he goes in, my dad goes to swat him, and he moved out of the way.
That was Nando.
Right. Yeah.
He was always going to try it.
He moved out of the way. Now, how many of you are watching, if you think back to your childhood, did anything like that ever happen to where you moved out of the way as well? Like, you took a shot, you took a shot. And that's what my brother did. And I remember dad saying, you just made it worse.
Yeah.
and he grabbed him by the arm so that he wouldn't move, and he swatted him. And then he's like, you guys stay in here, or something like that. And then he left. And and I remember Nando was kind of teary-eyed. And I said, why did you move? And he's like, I wanted to try it. Like, basically that. I took a shot. And yeah, I mean, that's basically how that one went. It went from Bert and Ernie to actual boxing gloves, to you getting smashed in the face, to us getting smashed and just yeah. Yeah. But it was fun. It was good times. At least maybe to us it was. Not to them, because they were fighting each other.
So, answer to the question, no, we weren't. Rich was always the mischievous one, getting all of us in trouble.
Not all the time. I mean, we used to wrestle
time,
on
all
our
the
dad's
time.
57 Chevys as well. Yes.
Oh, that time you made us play American Gladiators on the coffee table.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to that one here in just a moment. Hold on.
I got
Oh
a
my
scar
Lord.
from that one.
Yeah. So there's one in here that says one of the supervisors was taking a complaint from a citizen. By the time the conversation was over, not only did he change his mind about filing a complaint against the call taker, he proposed to the supervisor.
What?
Wow.
All right, well done. See, sometimes it just takes the right voice, and you get proposed to. So that's always a good time. Let's see. Gary says #mean brother. We were having fun.
I mean, he was having fun.
And okay, but then Gary continues with, did he call by first and middle name? That's when you know you're really in trouble. Now, out of the four of us, there's only one of us who has a middle name. I don't think either of our parents ever called him by his middle name at all. For us, it was simply the look.
He had to say nothing.
No, yeah. There were no words.
Yes. And you're listening to this, and it almost sounds like we're speaking about our dad in past tense. No, he's well and good and alive.
And still does the look.
Yeah, still does the look. I'm a grown-ass man, and he'll give me that look, and I'm like, what? What?
Don't be cute, Richie.
Yeah. Oh, my God. You just scared me. Yeah, that if I ever joke around with my dad, even now, if I'm joking around with him, he'll say that. He'll stop and just give me the look, and he'll be like, don't be cute. Don't be cute, Richie. Oh, man. It is so much fun. And I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but Red from that 70s show, that's our dad. He's the Mexican version of Red.
Mm-hmm.
He's Rojo.
For sure.
Yes. Let's see. Timothy here says, we had a firefighter who keyed up to talk to fire control, and all we hear is, roadway is closed. What row? Cars coming, gotta go by. What? Oh, so did they have to get out of the way then? If fire control is out there, I can't even talk. The roadway is closed, and then what row? Like rut row, cars coming, gotta go by. Dang, me and my partner lost it. Hopefully they were okay though. Like, right? Hopefully they're all right. Let's see. Melissa says, moving mid SWAT, #it's never worth it.
Yeah.
Nope.
This for sure. Yeah. Let's see. Don says, if I moved from a SWAT on the tail, I got it even worse. Yes. Yep.
Yeah, if you moved, you'd end up with the belt.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Better take the hand than the belt.
We had at one point our parents' bedroom was down in the basement, and the belt as well was just like a SWAT, but it was like, oh hell, like I don't want to get the belt. And I think mom woke up. She's over there just kind of moving around now. But it would be the worst, especially when dad was in the living room and we would have to walk all the way down into the basement. And then there's these two hooks. One hook has a bunch of thin belts and the other hook has one enormous thick belt. It looked like a pro wrestling belt. Not that big, but it was
At the time,
it looked
at the
enormous.
time to us, we were like that big and the belt was enormous. But I remember one time specifically that I went down there and I'm staring at the belts forever. I go, do I take the chance? Do I take one of the smaller ones? And because I'm not thinking, the smaller one's probably going to hurt worse actually than the thicker one. But it was just that it freaked me out. And I remember dad yelling and saying, "Get the big one." I'm like, how did he know?
He knew you were stalling.
Yeah,
and you were
like
trying to make up your mind.
how did he know that I was stalling and that I'm just standing there staring and stuff? And I remember bringing it to him and I'm standing there and I can tell that he's trying not to chuckle because he can tell that I'm like tripping out. And he's like, "Don't do it again. Get out of here." And I'm like, "All right." But I've done the same thing with my kids where I go to discipline them, but all I have to do is look at them and they come up and I'm trying not to laugh because what they did was actually pretty funny and clever, but I'm trying to be dad and be like, "Don't do that again." And then, tell them to go to their room or whatever. And as soon as they walk away, I'm like, "Ah!" Like, I can't believe that. Like, they took a chance. They are me. Yeah. All right, let me see here. Oh, nobody was injured. Good. Nobody was injured from what they were saying.
Good.
Let's see. We've got someone here that says nothing worse than hearing "go pick out a belt" and lie in the bed until I get there.
Oh no.
Oh, that would
And
be
then
bad.
Don says, "Yeah, it was always a belt in my house down south. It's go pick a switch."
Oh, we had one of those.
Grandma
Yeah.
had
we
you
the
go
willow
pick
tree.
a switch.
Yes. Yeah, we had a willow tree there. We got another person that says, "Don, I actually rolled out of the way of a SWAT from my blind grandmother and yelled like I got swatted." Oh no.
Dang.
What? When my sister squealed on me, I got whooped with the first thing she could find, a vacuum cleaner cord. Oh, dude.
That's bad.
Everybody's watching right now and they're like, "Oh yeah, I remember that." Like, it's coming back now.
That was like Theo Max though. He was blind too, and Nando thought he couldn't see him. He was making faces at him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He could hear you walking by.
Oh man. Yes. I'm having flashbacks now. So Don says, "I thought a switch was something to turn on a light." Yeah, my brother and I, our brother and I don't know why I keep saying that.
It's our brother too.
I know. We were playing on the willow tree. We kept climbing it, and our grandmother kept telling us to get down, and we were being little jerks. And the craziest thing though was that our granny was the sweetest granny. She could be sassy, and she had an amazing sense of humor. She would have made an amazing dispatcher because that's the type of humor she had too. But I remember she kind of tricked us because she's like, "Oh, come and check." She's telling us this in Spanish. She's like, "Come and check this out. Come and check this out." We're like, "Oh, okay, yeah." But just yeah. So we jumped down and we're like, "What?" And she's like, "Get that for me." And we're like, "Okay." Pulled the switch off and she and then starts to and we're just but right on the shins, dude.
Yeah.
Just I'm like, oh man. And she's like, I told you not to get up there. Like, we thought you were gonna show us something. And she's like, I did. Oh man, yeah. She was the coolest. She was the coolest. All right, let me see here. Don says, my grandma beat me with a broom handle once after she chased me around the house with it. The old Puerto Rican woman don't play.
Oh, that sounds legit. My fiance's Puerto Rican. He tells me about his grandma all the time.
There you go. Yeah. Oh man. Let's see. Gary says, only thing worse than belt, having to kneel on heat register. Whoa, longest punishment ever. Dude,
Ooh, man.
that's harsh. Do you still have lines on your knees?
Oh.
Holy cow. Yeah, I'll take a switch over that.
Yeah. Nope.
So one of the other things, again, continue with the stories. Keep bringing them in here, because some of these funny 901 stories are ones that I want my sisters to hear as well. And you could throw in your comments or your thoughts on it as these are coming in. So, but as you're putting them in there, one of the things that we wanted to talk about actually was something that happened to us growing up, and this was another one that I have talked to you about before. I think we got my mom's side of it. Well, I don't know how old you guys were. You had to have been maybe 5 or something when this
I
happened.
would say like 6.
6?
Yeah, it was before I
So-
had my accident. So before I was 8. So
Okay, so we ended up there was, and this is, I think about this all the time when it's Christmas, because this happened around Christmas time. We were all going to our aunt's house because we were going to be doing a nativity play, and
Overachiever that our family is. Like, we have our own nativity play.
that's right,
Every
dude.
year.
Our own
Right.
Christmas pageant.
Our own Christmas pageant.
Shit.
Real costumes and everything.
We did, yeah, we had costumes, all of it, man, the whole 9 yards. So we're over there practicing, okay, and we were there for a long time that night, and our dad wasn't there. He was in Texas. His mom or grandmother was real sick. They actually weren't sure if she was going to make it, but she's a tough old lady, because she
lived
made it
40
a long,
more years.
she was tough. So or they're over there, and he was gone for like a month or two, I think. But there was a lot that was going on over there, and we're over here, and we end up coming home, and I remember the lights were out. Now, I remember the creepiest thing was the fact that on our front door. So actually, let me start back. Let me start again. When you go up to the house, and this is the house that I told all of you about, that's haunted as hell. That's still
haunted as
there,
hell.
haunting everyone who goes
lives
there.
there.
Yes, everyone. When you pull in, there is a cement walkway. Then there's 3 steps up to a door that would go to this little porch area, and then the front door, then the door to go into the house. So we're all piling in there. There's like 6 of us in there, and I'm carrying Mom's big Singer sewing machine, and I'm in the front because it's cold, and they had pushed me in front so that I could unlock the door, but I'm like
With the machine.
with the
in it.
machine. But I remember going up to the front and going to try the door for whatever reason, and the door opened. Now, the creepy thing about it is that on the door was a long string of sleigh bells.
Yeah.
So every time someone opened the door, you could hear it jingling real loud, and it would hit the door hard. So I opened the door, and it's the jingles are going off of the sleigh bells. And I remember going to walk in, and then I remember gasping and looking back at Mom and saying, "Did you lock the door, or did you leave the door unlocked?" And she goes, "No, I locked the doors." And oh man, I remember all of us turning around and hauling. Like we got out of that porch area so fast that I don't even remember it. And our grandmother was even like running. and she didn't. I don't ever remember seeing her run, but we were running, and we get into the car and we take off. And what it ended up happening was somebody broke into our house, and they didn't steal anything but clothes. They just stole a bunch of clothes, but we didn't go back for the longest time. Do you remember when we were in that porch area and we were running, or is this like news to you as I'm talking about it?
No, I remember when we got there. Like you said, it was late at night. We were trying to get into the house. I just remember everybody freaking out. Yeah, and like almost falling over each other, pushing each other to get back into the car.
I feel like I don't know about Crystal, but I feel like at that age, I really didn't know what was going on. Like, I remember being scared getting back in the car because everybody was scared, but not knowing why we were scared. Just like, why can't we go into our house? Why are we going back to Thea's house? Why are we staying here? Like, nobody's telling me anything.
Yeah. So we end up leaving, and I think we ended up driving all the way back home because, of course, there's no cell phones or anything. And so we go back to our Aunt Mary's house, and we're there. And I think, actually, no, I think we went to the gas station, and Mom called 911 from
the police.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mom called 911 from the gas station, from the payphone.
Maybe the other part was like, como pendeja, was excited because we were going to get to stay over at someone's house.
Could have a sleepover.
Yes, you're gonna have to translate what you just said, just in case.
I mean,
Pretty
I'd
much
just be
saying like
an
we were
idiot.
like, yeah, we were being idiots, we were being dumbasses because we're like, oh man, we're gonna get to spend the night at our
parents
cousin's
did not
house.
let
Cousin's house, yeah.
yeah, stay the night anywhere, not even at cousin's house.
Yes. So
It's a sleepover.
yeah. Meanwhile, Mom is freaking out because somebody broke in the house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we're like, yeah, we get to stay over at our cousin's house.
Yes. So
And stay up late.
yeah. So they ended up calling 911. There was a house behind our house that we rented out. We actually rented out to another aunt of ours. And I remember we were there while our mom was in the house with the deputies. Now, this is the county that years and years later I would end up dispatching for. And I remember I found the record. And I was
Really? That's cool.
I was reading through it and kind of flashbacking and thinking,
Oh,
damn,
that's weird.
that happened. So we stayed with our aunt for like a week or two, and because during that time our uncle ended up going over there and put a deadbolt on all the doors and just really got it.
See, I do
figured
remember
out.
that. I do
Mhm.
remember Theo Steve going over and putting all the deadbolts on the door. He was like, "Look at these; they're real cool. Like, there's like the newest thing, deadbolts on your door." He is like, "This nobody's gonna get in and all this stuff. You need 2 keys to get into the house."
No, I still had nightmares.
Yeah. So that all of that happened, right? We end up finally going back home, and that first night that we were there, someone tried to break in again.
Yeah, that was creepy. Mom was
So-
real freaked out.
Yeah. So we go home, we're all freaked out. And I remember when we got home, we're looking through all the rooms just to make sure, and looking through the basement, which is crazy to think 'cause anybody could have been in that basement.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
because you crawled through that window
Mhm.
hundreds of times to get into the house when
Right.
we got locked out.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, we're checking everything through there, and it ends up being fine.
For all we know, somebody could have been up in the attic all the time,
Oh, dude, don't say that.
chilling while we were there.
They might still be there. Like, what happened to that one family? Used to get their
Like
snacks.
Clark Griswold. Like,
Yeah.
let me out of the attic.
Yeah, with our old presents and everything.
Yeah.
So we end up going back, checking all the rooms and everything, but nobody wanted to sleep in their own room. And I remember we all ended up sleeping in Grandma's room. We all slept in there together. And Grandma, of course, is in her bed. I think Mom was on the bed with her, and maybe the two of you and Nando and I slept on the floor. And in the middle of the night, I remember waking up and I could hear our mom talking, and then I hear a man's voice talking as well. And I thought, okay, I know Dad's not here.
That's not my dad.
Yeah, like, what's going on? Mom's kissing Santa Claus or something. So I ended up opening the door, and there's a deputy there. and our mom is just, she's just got her head in her hand and stuff, just distraught at whatever had happened. And then he ends up leaving, and I remember going out there and asking her, I was like, what happened, what's going on? And she said that there was she heard something at the sliding door, because right across from Grandma's room was the sliding door that we had on the side of the house. And she said that she could see a shadow, like a silhouette of somebody there, and they're going like this. They're pulling on the sliding door, and she's standing there, and getting goosebumps.
Yeah.
and she ends up telling them, go away. I called the cops, or I've got a gun, or one of the two. And
Which were all true.
yeah, they were all true.
She had that old sawed-off shotgun. The
Yeah.
dad
Yeah.
Illegal.
I know. But yeah, had that, and the person ended up leaving, I guess. But after that
Piece of
nothing
wood
ever happened again.
in that little
sliding
sliding door.
Oh, yeah.
Afterwards, I put a piece of wood in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely helped. Do you remember that night?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember Mom being real freaked out and standing over there. I do remember waking up. I do remember you over there because you probably just had Grandma's bedroom door cracked open, listening
Right.
to Mom talk to the police officer. Yeah, but Divan got really freaked out for the rest of her life.
For real? Like still today?
Well, no, because you remember how your room used to be, your Anando's room had the window facing the back porch.
Mhm.
So it was like anybody could go through there. Like
This
It
is
was
true.
really
come up the
easy
back
access to our
porch,
windows.
Open the window, and there you are. You're in the house, and that was always like, that's the way I'm gonna go. Like
Jeez.
She's gonna kidnap us.
kidnapped by someone.
So those episodes of Unsolved Mystery do to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, right? It's
My
a good
grandma
show.
was a fan of Unsolved Mysteries, and that's what we watched with her on the daily.
But she would do this to tell us, you see, that's what happens when you don't listen.
Oh,
You
Don't
get
go
right.
outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
you
go
don't.
outside.
Robert Stack is going to show up, and he's
Yeah,
going to narrate
he's
your
gonna
life.
narrate your life story about how you got
Yeah.
kidnapped.
Yeah. The weird thing was though is that where we lived, like it's pretty out there. Like it wasn't like we were in town. Like it was
Mhm.
easy access. Like I mean, it was just out in the middle of nowhere almost. Like, we're pretty spaced out, so it was just like, oh, so and so decided to pick that house.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why.
No idea. But yeah, it was a scary time. It was during Christmas. So.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Oh, man.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah, it was something else. Oh, let me go back into the comments here. It looks like there was a bunch of them that came up while we were talking. Let's see. Deborah says, my grandmother was from Estonia, as in she and my father, aunt, and uncle walked across Europe to take a boat to America during the war. She took zero shit from us. Broken wooden spoons, belts, shoes, whatever was handy. Once she threw what? Once she threw a kitten heel slipper at my cousin, in parentheses, we all lived together, and cracked his skull open. Lethal.
Yeah. That sounds like Grandma Chillo.
Yeah, she threw that boot at Nando.
That's our dad's mom, who is
She's savage.
rest her soul. Yeah.
Yeah, she was savage.
Yeah,
She's
she-
also the one that lived 40 more years after.
Yeah,
we did.
after.
She
Yeah,
was
they
that's,
thought she was
that's-
gonna
yeah, that's the
make it.
tough one. Yeah, that we were talking about. Yeah, straight up Aztec warrior type. Yeah, drink your blood, sacrifice. Yep.
Believe
Aztec. Yeah. Let's see. Melissa says, I'm not sure you accurately described this because the one of my great grandparents had would get hot when the heat was on. Like it hurt to walk across it. We would jump across to avoid touching it. Oh,
they're talking
like
about
the,
that.
the
Yeah.
the heaters and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think Dawn. Oh yeah, Tim answered you already. Okay, yeah. Mom is sleeping. She's.
Yeah, she went back.
I
to
wish I
sleep.
could change the camera so you could see her, because she looks kind of funny.
She's passed out in a Harry Potter robe.
Let's see. Karen says kitten heel slipper is the European chancla.
Yeah. That sounds right.
Oh, that's amazing. Let's see. Mandy says, once had a little old lady that called in a theft. She was the sweetest sounding old gal in the world. Her last name was Mouse, and she sang it to the old Disney tune. And anyway, it was her birthday, and she had bought a bottle of a liquor especially for the occasion, and that is what had been stolen. We asked if she might have an idea of who may have stolen it, and suddenly she said yes. And excuse my French, but sudden drop in voice, that fat ass whore next door.
She already knew who it was.
That was good. That was excellent. All right, let me turn this a little bit. My contact is drying out, so I can't read it. All right, this next one comes from Erica. She says, I took a call from a lady that said she thought her house had been broken into overnight because she woke up and the inside of her microwave was dirty. After a little investigation, it was determined that there was not actually a random person that decided to swing by to warm up their leftovers. Wait, what? Oh,
That's what she
man.
thought would that happened.
That's nice. I like it.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna-
if I
I'm
can
gonna put
call
that one up there.
911 and just blame my dirty house on other people. Someone broke
Somebody
into
broke
my house.
into my house and it's disgustingly dirty.
Dirty.
Need somebody to come and clean it.
Oh, yeet. Thank you. Let's see. They tell me to roll back up. Go back up. James had one. Okay, I'm going. All right. James says, not more like an oops. I can't believe I just said that. Oh, more like an oops. I can't believe I just said that. Sorry. I'm actually reading it with the punctuation. So we were watching Good Morning America, and they were talking about Kate Middleton meeting her future mother-in-law, setting up the next after the commercial break. Then the 911 line rang, so I answered it. 911, where's your mother?
I hate when that happens. You say something you think you're thinking about at work. Oh, it's
Thank you, James.
horrible.
My homeboy James, man. Thank you, dude. That was good. That was excellent. I did something similar to where, earlier today. So you may or may not know, because I'm here in Florida, I've been working with the Denise Amber Lee Foundation, and we were going over their Twitter account, and one of them said Twitter as I was getting ready to say tag, and I said twagger, twagger. And it just rolled out, and I said, yeah, you got to make sure that you add the twagger. And I stopped, and everyone is laughing. I was like, dang it, man. Like it's because she said Twitter and I was saying tag, but for whatever reason it came out twagger.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, because that was one that's what I was afraid of.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's better the other way.
So unprofessional.
There are some stories that have come in that have been way worse than that Mom has been on, and then I have to figure out.
How do I explain?
Jennifer right here says that's better than.
Yeah.
See, we were there. We were the same ones. Let's see, Eric. Oh, back to Erica sends. Nobody in the house would fess up to the dirty microwave, so someone must have broken in. Probably. Maybe. Yeah, if we could, like you were saying, if you could, blame your dirty house
Heck
on
yeah.
people breaking in.
No, that happened at the library. Somebody had their car out there, and everything was like thrown around outside their car. And then we had somebody come in and they were telling us there's somebody's car out there. It looks like somebody broke into it. There's just stuff laying everywhere and all this stuff. So I had to call the non-emergency line, and I was like, yeah, there's a car out there. And of course, because you're always telling me all this stuff, I'm like, yeah, I got the make and model of the car. Yeah, I got the license plate. You're like, yeah, I know what color it is. And they're like, wow, you've done this before. I was like, no, my brother's was a 911 dispatcher. I knew that was what you were going to ask me for. And then, yeah, they came and they were like, no, that was just a dirty person with all their stuff on the outside of their car. I was like, oh, we thought somebody got kidnapped or something. They're like, no, it was just a dirty person with all their shit laying outside their car. Hashtag Polk County. Well, that was actually, I'm not going to say the other county because I worked there and I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh, yeah. Good call. Good call.
So, yes, hashtag Polk County.
Oh, man. That's good stuff. Let's see. Don says, my partner just took a call for a child custody dispute. Female caller says the male is getting ready to leave with the kids. Partner asks, what kind of vehicle? She says, he's walking. My partner says, he's walking? Like it was a foreign concept.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I guess, when something like that is going on, I guess I would think as well, like they're taking off in the car, like they're leaving right now. Like, okay, what's the description of the vehicle? It's like he's walking.
His
Like,
legs.
oh, yeah. The description
Black
of the vehicle.
Tall, dark, and hairy.
But wearing skinny jeans, so you'll be able to
He's
find
not
it.
getting far.
Oh, that's good. Well done. Yeah. He's walking? Yeah, he's walking. Yes. He's very much walking.
That's what I said.
Let's see. We've got someone here that says my favorite bad word is I don't want to say it.
What does it start with?
Twit waffle. But
Yeah,
change the word.
yeah.
Okay. My partner answered the phone right as I yelled it out.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, that would be horrible.
Thank the heavens above. It was an officer on the phone and not the public.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yes. Now, really quick, did you end up playing the recording back? Because all phone calls are recorded. And I'm pretty sure all of the lines are like this, where at our center, if you pick up the phone, as soon as you pick up the phone, it starts recording immediately.
Jeez.
And we would have new people who would come in and we would tell them that. They're like, no, man. And I'm like, dude, you need to watch what you're saying because it records. And and I would show them. I would pull it up and start saying stuff and then hang it up and then do the replay and they're like, oh,
That's what I said.
so like everything I just said is on there. I'm like, it's on there. Yes, it is. But she says, oh, hells yes, it got played back. So yeah, it did record. That's good. Yes. And also good that you didn't get in trouble for it and that we got to share it here on Open Mic Live. So thank you so much for that. And Kelsey, welcome. Oh, hi there. Kelsey was the one that I was telling you about who has the word cloud.
Oh.
You'll have to scroll back up, but there's a few good ones that got put in there. And let's see. Christy says, thank you for your shenanigans, Ricardo. These stories are what help us get through the long days. We lost one of our officers in a tragic accident today, and it's been a rough day. Having these podcasts help much to find the lighter side to the heavy days. Oh. Condolences for who you've lost today and all, and I'm glad that stories like this and us sharing this lighter side of 911 and learning more about us and stuff as well is helping you out and anybody else that's out there. So thank you very much for jumping in here and listening to a lot of this stuff. That's what Open Mic has all been about. Since the beginning. This started in 2016. I was doing this at live conferences with a live audience. And then when COVID hit, it was just out of nowhere. I jumped on went live and we just started sharing funny stories. And this is what this one is. Every Thursday, 10 p.m., we take an hour to forget about the bullshit that's going on in the world for a moment and just join in together to share some funny stories and laugh. And, it's therapeutic. It's a form of peer support. We're finding some sort of closure by doing all of this. So thank you, all of you, for being here. And thank you, the both of you, for being here and kind of roasting me a little bit. Damn it. But we had a lot of fun, though. I mean, there were things. Do you remember when we used to play
Oh God.
Stunt Car?
Oh,
So,
Stunt car? You mean throw Devon and Crystal down the stairs in a box?
no. Whoa, no, not that.
are you
We
talking
didn't-
about
we were
the
talking. We
toy car?
what? No, we had two different wagons,
Yeah.
and our secondary driveway was on an incline, and you could go down, and
Nando had a real car though, didn't he?
That was Rich's car.
Oh, it was your car.
yeah,
The little
we
red-
did
the
have
red
we did have a
car.
little red car, but we also had two different like radio
Radio
flyers.
flyers.
Yeah. Holy crap!
No control.
Radio
no
flyers.
control.
No.
Yes, but we would try to control. So we would both Nando and I would have each one of them in
A separate car.
in a
In a stunt
separate
car.
in
In
a
a
separate
stunt car.
stunt car, and we would jump in, and the handle, you would hold it like this so that you could try to steer it,
But
which
it
never
was
really
impossible.
worked, right?
No.
And we would get in back, and we would hold on to the back and just start running, and we would run down, and then that secondary driveway would go into a curve where the house that I mentioned that was in back of our house, it would go into that driveway.
What's
And
that
it was-
called?
it was
Dead Man's
dirt.
Curve or something like that.
Yes. Oh my Lord. Yes.
Isn't
It was
you
like
guys
Dead
called
Man's
it?
Curve. Yes. So we would haul ass running, and the driveway, there was like a little hill that would go up into our backyard. And what we would do is we would haul ass running with them, and and when we would get to the hill, we would hit the curve of it so that it would flip.
You guys used to yank on that thing hard to like make it stick. The wheels in the front, you would
Yes.
turn it really hard so it would flip over and it'd throw everybody out.
So
We're all
imagine
gonna die.
two small little 5-year-olds.
It's like Calvin and Hobbes, man.
Yes,
going
that's
around
basically
in
what
a-
it is. Yeah.
in a
and,
wagon.
and hauling ass with these wagons, and then going forward to grab onto the handle to twist it and hit the hill at the same time. You can, in slow motion, just whoa. But for them it'd be like and then flip and boom, 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 and we would just be like, yeah, we did it. But then our brother and I would do that to each other. So I would push him and make him flip, and then he would push me and try to make me flip. I was, I'm the oldest, so it was harder to do that with me. But that's some of the stuff that we used to do.
At least by the time we got to that part of the driveway, it was softer. the
This is
beginning
true,
was gravel.
Yes. So we were talking, actually, there was something that we were gonna, oh man, what was it? Oh, so another thing that we used to do, excuse me, and I don't know, and you can throw it in the comments, what you used to do with your siblings, stuff that you think about now and you think,
We could have died.
yeah. So American Gladiators.
Oh God.
How many of you liked American Gladiators? I mean, we watched it all the time. It would air on Friday nights, actually, at almost like midnight, 1 a.m. sometimes. But then on Saturdays, I think they would play all the reruns. It was Saturday or Sunday, they would play the reruns and stuff. So we would watch American Gladiators all the time. And in our living room, we had this coffee table where if you flipped it on its top, the legs, there was enough space where you could actually step on it. So you could step on it and kind of, balance. And we would get our pillows. What was that one? Was it called the Joust? Was it those were, I think it was called the Joust. is what it
Was it
was,
the
where,
one
where
with
you
the
had the
stakes?
bar,
One
yeah,
bar
and
and it
you'd
had-
like, you
yeah.
would fight like that and stuff. So we would get pillows, and we would do that to see who would fall off, which was so stupid because the table was like a real thick wood, man.
yeah.
it
it
was.
was.
And I remember
Not like this hollow crap you buy at Walmart.
Yeah.
Stuff was like
right,
solid.
or like
yeah.
IKEA or something where if you step on it or sit on it, it's like
yeah. No.
it's
yeah.
gone.
No, we
Yeah.
were able to balance on it and it not mess up.
Yes. So Devon and I went against each other.
How fair is this? Like,
A giant and a
Oh man.
tiny little girl on a
Yeah.
wooden table.
And I remember I clocked you on the side and you
I fell hard, man.
I know
but
you caught her
that
so hard she
leg-
fell and
The
she
leg of
stabbed
the
herself
table
with the leg
caught
of the
me
table.
in the rib, basically. Like, yeah. And I got a nice scar.
it's good times.
I'd show it to you guys, but yeah, long
Oh,
lasting
man.
scars.
Devon has all the scars for all of us.
Yeah, that's true. But we had a lot of fun growing up. There's a lot of different stuff that we did, and I'm glad that the both of you were able to be on. When I knew I was coming over here, I knew I was going to have the both of you be on open mic because we share a lot of funny stories. You should see us. You should have seen us before we started. We were laughing so hard. I didn't know if we were going to be able to do this. I couldn't even go live because we were laughing that
we
hard.
were late.
Yeah, that's why we were late, because we were just laughing so damn hard. And why were we laughing so hard? We don't know. There's no reason. There was just so much laughter going on.
Don't look at me. Don't look at
I
me.
know,
Keep
yeah.
laughing.
I kept going. And then this one has to go
Trying to censor.
and scene. And I'm like, stop it. Like, we're never going to be able to do this. Let's see. James says, hand soccer in the long hallway. The ends of the hallway would be the goals. Sat on your knees at each end as a goalie. Striker ball left marks on the wall. Yep. We used to play football in the living room. Our living room was actually real long. And we had this football. It was a pillow, and it was a huge one. And we would throw it, and then we would play 2-on-2, and we would be running back and forth. And man, how did I think about it? That the living room seemed enormous, but we just had to have been young and a lot smaller for it to
The last
seem
time
that
I was
huge.
in there, I was like, wow,
It
this
looked
is
a
not
lot
as big as I
smaller.
remember.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, we used to do that. We got another one in here that says, I go back to the slip and slide, the rounded lawn jart, and my sister meeting face to jart halfway down.
That happens a lot.
her missing 3 front teeth and bleeding all over.
Ooh, see, that was always Devon.
And my getting a whooping after my mother wiped her face with underwear off the clothesline. Oh man, that is funny. Thank you for that. That was a good one. Oh, that's good stuff. Well, we are just over the hour here, and I want to thank all of you for joining us, for sharing the stories that you had, and and for joining my sisters and I as we were talking and as they roasted me a little bit. I'm sure we will do this again, and there will be even more stories now that they probably feel even more comfortable now.
Yeah.
Plenty of Ricardo roast to come.
Oh God, I don't know.
So many stories.
Yes, I don't even know what else to say. There's so many of them that I can think of that are in my head. Like me driving the Camaro when I didn't have a license, and like going around the house property with it and stuff.
Oh yeah,
And trying to make sure to put the car back in the exact spot that it was.
Mark the gravel.
Oh, but you remember that?
Yes,
yeah,
I
but
would mark the gravel.
but that time you took it and Dad told you not to, and it overheated in the back road, and we couldn't get it to the front of the house because we were like freaking out. We're like, he's gonna come any minute. we got to get it up there. We were trying to push that thing up there to the house because he was coming. Yeah.
Dude, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, we were like, that was the final countdown. We were like, oh my God, we're going to get it.
Like, I'm all
He
looking
took
to
us for a little
see,
joyride down the,
if
just
dad
down the
is here
road.
somewhere. Yes. Oh my gosh. So yeah, there was an area behind the house where I drove the car and somehow it overheated. And yeah, was freaking out because it was close to time for our dad to come home. And he had told me not to move the car.
It. Yeah.
Yeah. And I had made grooves in the gravel so that I knew exactly where to park it. And we ended up making it back. Before they got home. And here's the reveal, because as far as I know, he never found out.
That he used to move the car all the time.
He probably knew. There have been stuff that I've said, and he has said a couple of things, and I'm like, you knew that? And he's like, I knew everything. I'm like, yeah. Oh man, you reminded me of that.
Yeah,
those,
that was crazy.
those gravel grooves. Let's see. We got somebody here that says hashtag roast Ricardo. Thank you. Mandy, have a wonderful Christmas, Ricardo and family, grinning and laughing all along with you guys. Solid 12 now. Awesome.
Yay.
That is excellent.
Merry
For all
Christmas.
of you, yes. For all of you who are watching, I hope your numbers went up as well. I know there's a few of you who had some lower numbers. I hope that, from the stories that were shared in the comments to the ones that we shared that were personal stories, that they brought those numbers up. Again, this is what this is all about, so that we can share these funny stories and just, take a moment and feel good and laugh it off, because laughing is good medicine. Let's see. Dawn is saying, I'm assuming no open mic next week. I might actually have it on Monday. Is going to be Imagine Listening and open mic over on Crowdcast. There's another Imagine Listening session that's going to be coming out. This is going to be round 3 for January, but I might do an open mic on Tuesday. We'll see, because we're going into Christmas, and I might have to, because I've got an ugly sweater and I've got, a Santa hat. You know what? Actually, let's try to do that. Let's try to plan for an open mic earlier in the week, next week, and wear an ugly sweater. And how about this? If you jump on screen with me to show me that ugly sweater, I'll hook you up with an official I Am 911 patch. Let's try that. Let's see how many jump on there with me. I'll wear mine, wear the hat. This could be good. Let's figure this out. Yeah. We'll figure that out. Hopefully I have enough to go around in case there's a bunch of you
gonna do it.
who want to jump on. But it looks like we got some numbers coming in. People are at 10s and stuff. So this is awesome. Merry Christmas to all of you. And thank you so very much for the job that you do. It's not an easy one. And I just respect everything that you guys do. So love you all. Thank you all for the support. And this episode has been sponsored by InDigital as well as Rapid Deploy. If you have any comments, questions, or you want to be a guest on the show, you can email us, and that's going to be wttpodcast@gmail.com. Once again, that is wttpodcast@gmail.com. If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can do so at 91podcast. You can like us on Facebook. That is facebook.com/Within the Trenches podcast. This show will always be free, but if you're looking for any bonus content, you can check us out at patreon.com/WTT podcast. And to all the patrons out there who did the pre-order for the first edition of those I Am 911 hats, Merry Christmas as well. Thank you so much for everything. When I got those hats, I'd been holding off on sending them to you on those pre-orders or invoicing, because I wanted to make that a Christmas present for being patrons. So thank you so very much. Please, if you can, take a selfie and send it in so that I can share it as well. You can also get access to the Trenches, which is on Discord. There's a community that I'm building with all of you. You can check that out. And that's, patreon.com/WTT podcast. You can get some special channels off of the Discord as well. So this can be seen on Facebook, Twitter, as well as YouTube. And then the flagship show can be heard 24/7 on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, your favorite podcasting app, and withinthetrenches.net. Again, Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you, twins, for being here. and we will talk to you soon. Have a good one.